And we're back, and Haley and I are in the studio with Nick Sargent from Johnson Carpet One. Nick,
thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Before we get into what we want to talk about, I got sick, a week ago, Haley? Mm-hmm. And I lost my voice, which was devastating for me, Nick.
Are you sure?
Yes, I talk a lot. And
which is probably why he lost his voice to begin with.
Yeah, and anyway, Haley was explaining that to Nick that, I've got a little bit of a brain fog and I'm just coming out of this. And rather than sympathy, Nick, you just went straight to old age.
That's old age.
Really? Really? You didn't mean that though, right?
No.
Not at all. How old are you, Nick?
Not too far behind you.
Oh, still behind me though. All right.
Friendly jab.
It is a friendly jab.
No, we wanted to talk to Nick from Johnson Carpet because you guys are one of the sponsors for our big contest where we're doing the $1,000 home repair package for one of the grand prize winners. And yeah, we wanted to do a brief overview of what you guys offer for those people out there listening, thinking maybe you might be the people they're going to pick.
All right. Well, Johnson Carpet One, or Johnson Carpet and Flooring, where we're located downtown Granville. We've been there for over 70 years now. We do all carpet, and then we also do all hard surface. So if it goes on the floor, we do it. All vinyls, hardwood, laminate products. We also carry a full tile selection for tile floors, tile showers, backsplashes, all that fun stuff. And then we also do counters, both your laminated or what people say Formica counters.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And then,
Johnson Carpet makes me think carpet, right?
Yes.
So to have that huge variety of materials.
Yeah, we are.
Impressive.
Our showroom, it's pretty expansive, pretty large. And then if you haven't been in there, sometimes, you might just focus on one area and not realize we have other areas in there as well. So.
Well, and that's completely true because we've had a couple of events where you've invited us to be there and you've got people there and all of that. And I'll go looking for the bathroom. And then I'll wander around and I'll find, all of this cool stuff. I mean, all kinds of stuff. But the way it kind of folds out, it kind of jumps out at you as you wander.
Yeah, so that's our main showroom. And then we also have our discount outlet down the street. It's on Broadway. It's just not even a half mile down the street from us. They carry, it used to be a lot more in-stock carpet remnants and things. But as people move more towards hard surface and luxury vinyl plank has become the exploding category, the main category, what everybody wants these days. We have over, I think, 70 or 100 SKUs of different products there these days. And, we just can't bring in enough of it. So.
Now, is that a place that people can go to and walk through? You've got
Yep. And you can purchase right then and there and bring it home, and you can either do your installation yourself, or they will give you a list of installers if you're looking for a more professional installation.
All right.
Wow. I had no idea that existed.
Yes. Yeah.
What the heck? We've had you on so many times, and I had no idea.
Yeah. I think we talked about it in the past, but maybe when
Betsy was here.
But yeah. So it's been a while. Yeah.
Well, I want to go look at the bargain bin.
Yeah.
No, it's very cool.
That's where I need to be.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, there's a small bargain bin area, and sometimes you can find like little cool stuff, maybe a remnant, and sometimes, maybe the higher end wool carpets, you can maybe find a small little piece for maybe just a small area rug or something like that.
Sure.
Kind of fun. Or if you're looking for something unique, you don't need a lot of it. Sometimes you can find that stuff there. So.
All right.
Very
so
cool.
The ceramic tile and all of that you do, you've got people on staff who help us think this through as well, because that's not something that everybody just normally does. And I'm not talking about the installation, because I know you'll help with that. But even the planning it out.
Yeah. So at our main showroom, we do have designers who work at the main showroom, and they're versed in all the different products there. And they can help you put together, I mean, if you're looking to do a full whole remodel of a house, they can help you from everything from the carpet to the hard surface flooring to the new counters to maybe the tile backsplashes and even the tile shower.
All right. So what's big right now? Let's talk about kitchen counters.
Yes.
What is the surface that's the surface to have right now?
Quartz is still the most popular these days for kitchen counters, just because the marble looks are so prevalent, the white with the veining. Obviously natural marble stone countertops can be quite expensive. They are a little bit more harder to manage because they can stain very easily and chip.
Okay.
Whereas we can make quartz look exactly like it. It's a man-made product. It's non-porous material, and it can take a beating and keep on licking. So I mean, so those tend to be the most popular.
All right.
That makes sense.
What about backsplashes? What are you guys doing for that? What is the big?
Subway tile, but subway tile, I don't think it's ever going to go out of style.
Right.
No, it's a classic.
Your typical counter to cabinet is 18 inches. The range area in other areas might be bigger, but, when you have that 18 inches, you can only do so many sizes that look proportioned there. So subway tile, now you're starting to see maybe some different sizes, 2x8s, 4x12s, 3x12s.
Yeah, I feel like I've been seeing like thinner tiles and stacked vertically rather than horizontally.
Yes. And then you're starting to see a little bit of that, retro 4x4, 6x6 come back.
Oh, really?
Just because there again, we've done so much subway tile lately that, trying to break it up a little bit or create some different designs again. So you're starting to see that. And also mosaics, of either natural stone or man-made products are always, popular because they can come in endless variety, endless colors, endless designs. So.
Well, that's kind of good to hear. I didn't change anything, and that means I'm coming back into style. I love that. It's landing on my feet. That's what that is.
That is awesome.
Yeah. All right. So we're in the studio with Nick Sargent from Johnson Carpet One in Granville, and talking about. I guess I wanted to focus on kitchen cabinets or counters and backsplashes and all of that stuff. You talked about tile for showers and all of that.
Yes.
What are we doing in there? The little tiny tiles?
Well, the little tiny tiles are always great for shower floors just because most times in a floor inside a wet area like a shower that you get your grip from the grout. So the smaller the tile, the more grout you have, the more grip you can get on the floor.
That makes sense.
But, for wall tile there again, Subway's always going to be classic. It's always going to be very timeless design. You can never go wrong with the white Subway tile, and usually you do with a charcoal or a darker grout, kind of offset it.
Sure.
12x24s are mainstay size in either ceramic or porcelain tiles for floors. You're also seeing a lot of that in showers again. I personally like bigger on the wall just because bigger tile, less grout line, less to clean,
Yeah. It's a little more practical probably.
Yeah. The grout's usually what you're cleaning the most. The tile, you can, wipe that off, and all you do is you need your magic eraser.
Right.
And you're good to go. It's the grout cleaning. So is the thing there. And then, you're starting to see, there again, the marble look there. We have 12. You can get stuff that's 24x24 or 24x48. I mean, these huge panel tiles.
Wow.
That look
That's as big as me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
We just need like 4 of them, create a little box for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a casket. Perfect.
What? A casket? Is that because
Full
of my...
circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was feeling a little ill. I'd like a marble casket, but I can't afford one, so I'll get a fake one.
Yeah.
That'll be at least a little cheaper. All right. What about... I know there's something else that we want to ask, but I guess right now I'm curious about, let's talk about tile floors.
Yes.
Ceramic tile floors can be cold. What about the heating element?
Yeah. So heat's very common these days. We use the Schluter system. It's a German system. Most of the...
Hold on, Nick.
Yes, sir.
That is so much fun to say.
I
Haley, would
knew
you like to say that?
The Schluter?
Schluter system.
Yes.
Awesome. Go for it.
And there's a couple other systems like Weedian, very similar, that they make all the waterproofing systems.
Sure.
And they do come with options to include in-floor heat under your floors. So
how expensive is that? For a guy who can't afford a marble coffin.
it gets a little pricey, because it's more the installation cost than the product cost. So that's where you're spending most of the money. It's a little bit more detailed. Obviously, you have to get an electrician involved and things like that. But yeah, it can really, make the difference between, running in the winter going, ooh, the floor's cold. They're like, the floor's warm.
Yes.
Yeah. Skipping over the floor, just kind of slouching across it like some kind of caterpillar or something, right? Because it's so warm and toasty, you just kind of lay there and slide across like a worm.
It's still a bathroom floor.
Oh, it's a bathroom. Well, I was thinking, entryway. That's even worse.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right. So some expense involved, but it's probably worth it. The price of comfort and all of that.
Yeah, if you're looking long term and if you're planning on being in that house for the next, 10, 20, 30 plus years, I mean, overall, in the end, the cost is not that much for that extra comfort there.
All right. Well, Nick, we're going to take a break. I want to talk on the other side, if you can wait with us. Yeah. I'd like to talk about the prize package. Haley talked about that, and we've got listeners out there. One of them, random listener, is going to win an opportunity to choose a $1,000 prize package from any of these different businesses.
Okay.
We'll have more details later. I do want to talk to you about what they might get out of it, some of the best bang for their buck.
Yes.
Can you do that? Wait with us?
I certainly can.
All right. We'll be back in just a minute with Nick Sargent from Johnson Carpet. Stay tuned.
Cool.
All right. So we'll just start right up again. You ready? Everything's good. Everything's going. And we're back, and Haley and I are still in the studio with Nick Sargent from Johnson Carpet. Thanks, Nick, for staying with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Did you have a good time during the break?
Yeah.
The best, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. We play the tunes, and everybody's dancing, running around. A lot of fun, right?
Yeah. Ran to the beach and back already.
Yeah, exactly. Tons of fun. Anyway, we just talked about all kinds of different things that Johnson Carpet offers. Johnson Flooring. I mean, what really is the right way to...
I mean, where everybody knows this as Johnson Carpet, but I mean, basically, it's really Johnson Interior Flooring Company.
Yeah, my goodness. Yeah. Countertops, ceramic tile, hardwood floors, laminate,
vinyl,
obviously carpet, things like that. And we talked about a number of those different things. Right now, let's talk about a $1,000 prize package.
Yes, sure.
You know, if you haven't put carpet in recently, you know, and I haven't, I have no idea how far $1,000 is going to go. In a place like yours, you know, what would be some of the best things I could do with that money if I'm one of the winners, or if I'm just, you know, anybody just listening who's looking for, you know, a smaller investment type project to really make a big difference in their home?
You know, if you're looking to do as much space as possible, carpet is always your best bang for your buck. You know, average carpet for material, labor, and installation is somewhere between $3 and $6 a square foot. You know,
Okay.
So you can get the most area done with carpet, you know, but in the upside of that, it's one of our softest products on the market. You know, it's one of our cushiest products. It's one of our most sound insulating type products.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a good point too.
And things like that. So if you're looking to do like a lower level or a few bedrooms or maybe a living room and a staircase, you get your most bang for your buck with carpet.
All right. So what carpets would you recommend? I mean, carpet, there's a bazillion options.
Yes. It's amazing. And every year when they're like, we can't top this, they come out with even more new stuff. And we're like, wow.
Just keeps going.
You know, the cut pile or textures or friezes or, you know, there's a few different terms for them. They tend to have some movement to them. You know, they tend to come in multicolors, either your tonals or what we call Berberflex, which are more traditional colors, or some of them will have jewel tones to them. Those tend to be the most popular because they tend to be the thickest carpets there. The more color you got going on, the more it hides things over time.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, otherwise what we call in the industry, we call it cut loop carpet, LCL. People will most likely know it as pattern type carpets.
Okay.
You know, those, if we're
like they have pictures of bowling pins and stuff in them.
Oh my gosh.
No,
like at the arcade.
No, not that. We can get to that. That's your theater room carpet, and we have a whole section for that.
All right.
You know, that huge theater you're building in your basement. We got the carpet for you. So.
Perfect.
Okay.
So what do you mean then? It's got
Patterns.
floral prints.
It tends to have a cut pile and a loop construction together. They tend to be smaller scale. And then sometimes they're random. Sometimes, you can get them in floral prints or things like that. But most of the ones people want are random. So there's no set definition to them.
Gotcha.
Those are great for your more high traffic areas, such as stairs, you know, areas.
Sounds like it would hide more.
It does. It does. It hides more. It can take more of abuse. So
our bathroom's pretty high traffic.
Ew.
Yeah,
no.
we're not doing carpet in bathrooms.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, he said high traffic, Haley. All right, that derailed the conversation, didn't it? All right, so carpet is one way to go.
Yes.
How about another?
The other way is if you're focusing on a bathroom.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So if you were to do like vinyl on the floor and then maybe if you had a tub, like a tile surround or something like that, or if you wanted to update the vanity with a new vanity and things like that, that's going to get your most bang for a buck in a small area. So things like that, you know, it might not do the whole bathroom, but it could do a couple items in that bathroom and really give it a nice refresh, you know.
So again, like on the counters, are you talking quartz would be the way to go?
Quartz
or not?
Or a laminated top or a Formica top, you know. Those.
Okay, and then talk about that because I know that there is what do you call it? There's just people who have opinions about plastic laminate.
Yes.
versus something like quartz or all of that.
Yeah.
It can look pretty decent, can't it? It can be a great choice.
Yeah. The laminated counters, or I keep on saying Formica because most people say it's Formica counters, right? You know, there's a couple different manufacturers for that, like Wilson Art, Formica, Nevermar, Arborite, Pineite. They're all very similar. Each of them have tons of different styles and varieties. And the stone looks, the granite looks, the marble looks, a lot of those, you really can't tell the difference unless you get up really close to it and you touch it. The visuals are phenomenal. They look great.
And the price is quite a bit different.
The price is about half of doing laminate or solid surface.
Speaking my language.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And, they have other, fun patterns that we can't quite do in other products,
Bowling pins?
Not bowling pins.
Bowling pins.
It's just the visual that I have in my head, and it won't go out.
They do like wood grain visuals, like you can get like something that look like butcher block. But because we only can do butcher block in so many different species, they pretty much have every wood species ever available in every color.
Right.
Some of them will have like retro patterns, very 60s, 70s.
That's what I think I would be into.
Kind of fun
like
stuff.
The boomerang pattern that was classic.
Yes.
It's kind of fun. It's gonna come back, Dan. Just wait.
I'm hoping it does. I've got it everywhere.
Or a houndstooth type pattern. We can do fun things like that. And for a really cost-effective way, if you want just go all the way out and just do something completely outside the box, laminated countertops are a great option for that.
Easy maintenance too.
Yes, yeah. You just wipe them down.
Right.
The only real restriction on those is most of the time you have to have an overmount sink. You can't have an undermount sink.
Sure. Right. So that makes sense.
And I feel like that's most common anyways. Mm-hmm. So.
We just have a bucket. But moving on. So any other thing? We've got maybe a few minutes left.
Otherwise, if you're looking at kitchen, you might want to focus on maybe a new backsplash or new counters there. It might, it won't cover all the costs, but it'd give you a nice dent into that if you were to look at, either solid surface or laminate counters with a new tile backsplash, and
I mean, you get a new counter on, new backsplash, you paint the cabinets, you've got a new kitchen.
You do. Yeah.
So that's a really big impact.
Yes.
That's where my focus is right now.
Right.
Is the kitchen.
What does the process look like? I mean, getting you out there, and from the time you come out to measure something to installing it, what is the time frame? What does the whole process look like?
It depends on the product. Carpet is one of our easier things to do. So that could be, from your first visit into the store, it could be a month from that to ordering to getting installation. Other products, it could be a little bit longer. Sometimes it could be a little bit shorter. But, anywhere between 1 to 2 months from your first initial visit is probably about the longest you're going to wait for something.
Okay.
That's
all right.
not bad at all.
How many installers? You've got all kinds of different installers ready to go?
Yes. We do have a ton of qualified installers, tradespeople, and they specialize in different areas. So, because we don't like to mix our carpet and hard surface guys a lot like that, just so because
they don't get along.
Keep them separated.
It's like guilds or something.
Because each product has a slightly different aspect they need of trade skills and things like that. So it's easier to just have carpet installers. Yeah.
You can cut carpet with a razor, but you can't cut quartz like that.
No.
See, look at me. I could be one of these people. All right. Nick's not impressed. All right, we're going to move on. If our listeners want to get in touch, Nick, because like I said, and we've been mentioning, and we will say it again, somebody's going to win.
Yes.
But anybody out there might be looking for the stuff you offer, and you just went through a ton of it. How's the best way for them to get in touch? Where do they find your showroom? And where is that bargain place that you talked about?
So our main showroom, Johnson Carpet One, is downtown Granville, corner of Chicago Drive in Wilson, basically. Big parking lot in back. There's street parking on Chicago Drive as well. We're open Monday through Saturday. Just come on in the showroom. One of our designers can help you on that. Our discount store is located down the street. It's on Broadway. It's about a half mile from Johnson Carpet One. There's a sign out front there, and that's open there again Monday through Saturday.
Awesome.
The only day we're closed in both locations is Sundays.
All right. So regular hours, same hours as the other? Okay.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And then the website. What's the website?
You can go to johnsoncarpet.com or find us on Facebook.
Awesome. Anything else? I think that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that was
Is there anything you wanted to throw in
depth.
Nick?
I think that's it for today.
All right, awesome.
Well,
Nick
thank
Sargent
you.
from
Thank
Johnson
you.
Carpet One. Thanks for being here.
Have a great day.
You too.